She can't wait to get here. It's Katie and Krisher on the for Katie. Get up here. Oh my God, Katie!
What up? What up? What is up, you guys? Hey. Y'all made it. Woo! Yeah. Man. This year has been all over the place. Went through a lot of uppers, a lot of downers. So I decided to lay off the meds. I thought it was about time to get strong and healthy, so I bought a shake weight. Yeah, one of these guys. And weaned down to only 1 bottle of wine a night. I gotta tell you, after 30 minutes on the shaker, it's really hard to hold that wine glass. Once you start, it's really hard to stop the motion, which my husband appreciates. And let me tell you, cutting back on the wine was no easy feat, because I can go through a bottle of Cabernet faster than Taco Bell goes through everyone. But, I just love wine. Ooh, especially that boxed wine. I get one of those giant Slurpee straws, jam it on in there, and bam! It's the ultimate adult juice box. Grape always was my favorite flavor. So I got a birthday coming up. Yeah, the big 3-0, people. Yeah. Which is shocking, because clearly I look like I'm 20 and sound like I'm 12. This tends to make work interesting since I'm in customer service and on the phone most of the time for my job. If I talk normally, the customer thinks it's bring your kids to work day. If I lower my voice, I sound like I'm a phone sex operator. It's tough. At least in those performance reviews, the customers were always very satisfied. I'm actually very lucky though, because I love my job. I also love lying. This is why my husband doesn't believe anything I say. We met at a college bar, and the first words he said to me were, "Can I see your ID?" I was a fresh-faced 20-year-old looking for a sugar daddy. He was a 26-year-old teacher looking for an easy one-night stand. So we both settled. Sorry. I miss being in my early 20s. Everything was in its place, upright and perky. Now when I catch a glimpse of all this in the mirror, all I see are rolls and wrinkles. I could really use a good suck and tuck. Man. I've also found the older I get, the hairier I become. Which I know is opposite for most men. Sorry. This morning, I went to get my lip done, to look good for the show, and I already have a 5 o'clock shadow. But let me tell you, ladies, getting these lips done is much more painful than getting these lips done. Sounds surprising, right? But think about it. Our lady regions are used to taking a good beating. Or at least an average one. I mean, hopefully. that age where my parents are praying for us to have children. And we are praying too that my birth control works. You see, you have to figure with birth control, a 99% guarantee still leaves room for a mistake. America was 99% sure Hillary was going to be the first female president. And look how that turned out. I'm just saying. But don't get me wrong, I love kids. I've even talked about having some of my own one day. But then I sobered up. And that's when I really knew it was time to lay off those meds. That's my time!